Well, I do believe it is time to sell my soul to the Alkareed resource dungeon till I get what I need. Which hopefully won't take that long. Hopefully. Ooh, bowstring's good. Pure essence is also good. Those are things I'm gonna need a lot of. Well, the bowstring I need like one of. The pure essence though, the more pure essence I get, the better. Ooh, cheese. This guy has... What's your story? Picked a weird place to do this. Also, a Magpie Impling I cannot catch. Upsetting. This quite possibly be the longest grind I'll ever have to do. Well, I say ever. I should say so far, because it wasn't that long ago that I thought 75 Dungeoneering was going to be my longest grind. But no, just the stacking the drop rate of something like a rune bar from a Spirit Impling on top of the spawn rate of a Spirit Impling is just, starts to really add up in the probability. Oh, hey, sweet! The first Spirit Impling. Gold charms. Damn it. But the good news is, I got a coconut. I got a coconut. Wait, that's not good news. I have plenty of coconuts. Holy shit, that gourmet impling just gave me 3 sharks. Right on. There is 6,200. Any unlocks? No, I do not believe so. Oh well. Some cooked karambwan from that last impling. Is tick eating like that a thing in RS3? I don't know. I think you can tick eat. Insert joke about role-playing as an imp hunter here. Oh, dragon impling. That's the first time I've seen one. Oh, that would be so nice. One day. And there is 63 hunting. I'm gonna catch red chinchompas. I wish there were some out here. That'd be lovely. Alright, well. I've hopped worlds over 200 times, and... I've got to say I've got a pretty decent sample size of how this works out, and so far I've found 3 Spirit Implings, 2 Magpie Implings, a Kingly Impling, and a Zombie Impling. And that's about it. Everything else has been Eclectics, Essence, Babies, and Youngs, and that's about it. Oh, and Gourmets. Lots of Gourmet Implings. So far, my luck has not been good, with only 3 Spirit Implings, all 3 of them giving me just charms. This grind is going to be absolutely bananas. And I'm wondering... Excuse my yawn here. I'm wondering if there's a better way to do this. I'm thinking they don't take very long to respawn in any given dungeon. And I'm debating on whether or not I should be mining precious gems and grinding up my crafting and fletching levels simultaneously while I'm doing this. I believe my best idea is to stay in one world and continue to mine on the side while I wait for these to respawn. See, there's a zombie impling. Because I'm pretty sure I'm competing with other people who are hopping worlds, and that's why I'm not seeing any good implings. I'm seeing trash implings that people are leaving behind. But if I stick to one world and constantly catch implings so that a new one might spawn in, I can find the good implings at a higher rate while simultaneously leveling up my crafting, mining, and hopefully fletching levels. Ahoy to you too, Captain. Anyway, that's a plan moving forward, but if that's going to be the case, I'm going to need to grind some fletching levels so that I can at least cut sapphires into bolt tips. Just gonna have to go ahead and utilize the daily challenges I have to bump my fletching up. And then try to utilize my resources. I have a lot of iron and steel that can be turned into arrowheads, or more likely bolts. And then of course I can buy 1,000 feathers from the fishing shop. Menifos. Where am I going? Anyway, I'm talking and I get distracted. So yeah, that's gonna be how I tackle this. I'm gonna try to bump my fletching up to at least be able to handle sapphire bolt tips, although I might go the extra 2 levels to include emerald before I really get started on this grind. And then it's just gonna be a stupid amount of mining and catching implings and cutting gems. Alright, this is going into fletching for the first time ever. Let's see how this goes. 4,450 fletching experience and 43 fletching. Not bad. We're going to run off to the workers district here. Silver bolts. Anyway, we're going to run off to the workers district after I go buy some feathers and see what we can muster up with the materials we have. Alright, I got my 11,000 feathers, but more importantly, what the hell is going on? It seems to be a staring contest. Yeah, alright, whatever. Just smithing away some iron bolts. There's some kind of cathartic about just fletching bolts, or tipping, feathering bolts. You know what I mean. It's nice. It's so simple. The experience is garbage, but it's so pleasant. Alright, well, it's been 2 weeks since that last recording, and I've just been thinking about how I want to approach this for a while, and it's gonna be a grind. It's gonna be one hell of a grind. It quite potentially could be a grind that puts the 75 dungeoneering grind to complete shame. I need to figure out a plan of attack for how I want to do this. I was fiddling around with the idea of trying to grind fletching while I'm doing this, and I think I'm gonna take that route, because it's not only fletching, it's fletching, crafting, and mining that'll all get leveled up while I'm doing this, and especially for fletching and crafting, actually, it's pretty important that I get those levels up. So getting them up while simultaneously hunting for implings might be the plan. So I am going to experiment with this. I want to get a fletching level high enough that I can cut into bolt tips the lowest level gems that I can mine from the rare gem rocks in that cave, and then mine and catch implings and see what spawns. If I get better spawns of higher level implings versus the overall low level implings that I was finding, even finding something like an eclectic impling was extremely rare, let alone a spirit impling or a nature impling. If I can increase those spawn rates simply by hanging out and catching the implings as they spawn, then my odds of getting the items I need are increased. Granted, catching these low-level implings isn't a waste. Baby implings, young implings, gourmet implings, earth, and essence implings all drop things that I need, including runes, food, and utilities like balls of wool and bowstrings. But I don't want to be catching just those. I do still need spirit implings for rune bars, addy bars, pouches, willow logs, various summoning ingredients, and of course things like nature runes and so on, or nature implings and so on for certain herbs like torstals. I've gone over all this before, and I might have to go over it again, but every impling does have items that I need. But that said, I want a more balanced diet, so to speak, of implings, so I'm going to try this while simultaneously grinding up more skills than just hunter. So with all that said, moving forward, despite the fact that I haven't gotten on in 2 weeks, I did go ahead and knock out a fletching challenge to help me grind up the fletching levels, and that is 2 fletching levels? No, that's 1 fletching level, but that is 44 fletching. So just bear in mind, the precious gem rocks, I mistakenly called them rare gem rocks, that I'm going to be mining from only drop emeralds, rubies, and diamonds. So that means, if I want to get any utility out of that, I have to be able to fletch at least the emeralds, which will require 58 fletching. I am currently 44, so I don't see this as being a goal that I'm going to be able to knock out in 5 minutes, but I am going to try and push towards it, and probably take breaks to do impling hunts anyway in between. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, decided to knock out the Jack of Trades, and now I'm mildly torn. I can get, okay, about 10,000 hunter experience, or 4,870 fletching experience. You know what, I'm gonna do fletching. It's harder to train than hunter is, all things considered. And that's another fletching level. That is 45 fletching. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Back to the grind. Well, I knew there was a good reason to pick up all of those bronze bolts that everybody kept dropping. Because now I've got a bunch of... it's just free experience at this point. Well, at least the experience on tipping opal bolts isn't that bad, in all honesty. It's not great. It's not bad. And I get to watch the implings as they spawn. 37 Slayer. Well, call me an idiot, because I thought that because I unlocked the Mithril Arrow at level 45 fletching, that meant I also unlocked Mithril Bolts. But no, apparently Mithril Bolts are not for another 9 levels. So I've got an inventory of unfinished Mithril Bolts here that I was hoping to make. And, no, it's not happening. So I am going to make these, because, you know, why not? That's probably how I ended up with these 100 in the first place, is I made the same mistake at some other point. But I'm gonna make these, and put them away, and then make some mithril arrowheads. And then go cut 1 billion trees to make mithril arrows, which is my best source of experience right now. The good thing to remember is that I need to remind myself that I'm not wasting time doing this. These levels are needed. I don't even have the smithing level to work rune yet. If I ever got a runite bar from a spirit impling, I wouldn't be able to do anything with it currently because I'm only 42 smithing. So the levels need to come up regardless. 43 smithing. Alright, I have to make 9,825 mithril arrows to unlock the mithril bolts. But we're gonna do it because I need those bolts. 44 smithing. Yeah, I'm getting these smithing levels really quickly. That is 45 smithing. 38 slayer. Thank you, scarabs. Oh, and 1,300 total level. Lovely. 46 smithing. Alright, great. Got the arrowheads done. Moving on to the arrow shafts. You know, I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that I had a woodcutting challenge, but I just completed it, so... There we go, 55 woodcutting. Rock on. 46 fletching. There's steel bolts. That's kind of nice, I guess. 56 woodcutting. Okay, well, there's just a little over, kind of a lot over the amount of arrow shafts I need. I started AFKing really hard and not paying a whole lot of attention. I've been playing this ridiculous browser game called Melvor Idle, which is essentially like a idle clone of RuneScape, but done correctly. It's been really addicting. I don't know what else to say. I'll leave a link in the description or something. You should check it out. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, time to move on. I'm gonna start putting these arrows together, but I'm gonna do them in the Alcreed Resource Dungeon because Implings. 47, 48, 49, and that is 50 fletching. A little milestone there, getting all these extra fireworks coming from that. Lovely. I can now make maple short bows, I guess. 51, 52, 53 fletching, and that is 54 fletching. I can now make mithril bolts and a mithril crossbow, I guess, but more importantly, mithril bolts. So you know what that means. I'm going to go grab the mithril bolts I have. I'm going to feather them. And then I'm going to find out how many mithril bolts I need to get to 50. Son of a... Oh, was it 58? 56. No, 58. It was 58. How many I'm going to need to get to 58 so that I can just start hanging out in here mining gem rocks all day. So here's a fun fact. I need another 12,000 mithril bolts to get 58. So at least at the very end, I'll have plenty of mithril bolts to slap stupid emerald bolt tips onto, which will actually be even more fletching experience. So, silver linings, I guess. I don't know why I've gotten so invested in this grind. It's probably not even going to pan out for what I'm trying to use it for right now. But, yeah. Let's just keep at it. 47 smithing. Another kill token. I don't even know if it's insulting anymore. 48 smithing. There is 49 smithing. Alright, and that is all my mithril bars into mithril bolts. And that should be enough to get us what we need, so I just need to grab feathers. And then we're headed back to the cave to hopefully get some decent impling drops while we fletch all these. Oh, well, that was quick. There's 55 fletching out of the way. I don't know if it's just me or if y'all can hear this too, but they broke the sound effect. Yeah, if you heard that. They broke the sound effect for implings coming in. They used to, like, do a little whistle, and now it sounds like dial-up. Oh shit, he just gave me blue dragonite shafts. Ha! Nice. Yeah, you hear that? It's disgusting. $56 fletching. That's sapphire bolts taken care of. 2 more levels for emerald. And see, this is exactly why I love the RS3 community. There's 4 people in here, and I asked if any of them could catch that Magpie impling to clear up a spawn. And they just completely ignored me. Which is nice, because if this was old school RuneScape, they would insult my mother and then ignore me. 57 fletching. Lovely, lovely. Ooh, an essence impling. And there is 58 fletching, almost on the dot. with just like a handful of bolts left over. All right, I'm gonna bank, get everything set up, and then we're going on the grind to end all grinds. It's starting to sound like everything is the grind to end all grinds. It's like Dragon Ball Z level progression. So I've got a couple inventories worth of emeralds sitting in my bank. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn these into bolt tips to get us started. And then we'll move on. Alright, cool. There's the first 648 emerald bolts. They're level 50. That's actually really nice, bumping them up from level 30 to 50 just by throwing bolt tips on them. Enchanting them doesn't seem like too terribly of a good idea. It does bump them up to level 60, but it also requires nature runes, which are kind of a pain in the neck to get. So don't think I'm going to be using my nature runes on these, of all things. There's better uses for that. When it comes to enchanting bolts, I think it's kind of a split between either ruby bolts or diamond bolts. And, oh, zombie impling. It's probably going to be diamond bolts just because ruby bolts have a chance to kill me. Diamond bolts don't. But that's a long ways away. For now, we're just going to get to this long grind. And honestly, I don't know when this is going to end. I have no idea. It's, yeah, this is going to be fun. There is really no end in sight because of just how much RNG is involved to begin with. If I don't see any substantial progress by the time I'm done with this stack of mithril bolts, I'm probably just going to go back to hopping worlds to find implings. So before I get too carried away, I am actually going to reset all of this up here. So kind of get an idea of what's going on. We're going to unpin that, we're going to pin that, we're going to pin that one and that one. Just kind of track our progress a little bit here. Should be nice to see. A little motivating, hopefully. And there is 6,401 level left until I can catch that little bastard right there. Oh, many, many hours of absolutely nothing later, and there is 72 mining. Lovely. And 2,600 emerald volt tips, by the way. Moving along quickly. Okay, it's been a few more days. Work's been, kicking my ass. I haven't had the chance to record, but here we go. Back to mining these gems that I love so much. Oh, interesting. I had a daily hunter challenge. I didn't even know. So let's turn that in. I think that'll get me a level. Yeah, 16,033 experience, and there's 6,500, which means I can now catch Magpie Implings. And if I'm lucky, that Magpie Impling that's been taunting me by the duel arena is still there. And naturally, no, he is gone. Someone caught him, or he despawned, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, I have seen many magpies since I started this grind, and I even managed to catch one on my main account just out of curiosity, and it gave me 3 amulets of power, so here's hoping. So now that we have the Magpie Impling unlocked, let's go over what items we need from it. The items I am looking for from a Magpie Impling are an amulet of power, a ring of life, or as many rings of life as I can get, rings of forging, split bark gauntlets, mystic cloth, preferably enough to make a full set in case I need it, and black dragon hide. Of course, to add on to the stockpile of black dragon hide I currently have to make full black dragon hide. You get the idea. I really do wonder how much faster this would be if I had something better than a mithril pickaxe. Oh, first Magpie Impling. Do we get lucky? What do you give me? Oh, tooth half. You know what? Not bad, not great. Actually, no, it's pretty bad. I can't use it at all, but cool. That's the first Magpie Impling out of the way. Wow, that's 73 crafting. Red Dragonhide boots and Van Braces unlocked. That's an entire crafting level done almost purely by mining these gems. That's a lot. Okay, well, I was gonna wait until I had all 13,302 emerald bolt tips. But, as usual, I severely underestimated how long that was going to take, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and tip the ones I have here for now, and then, keep going from there. There is 59 fletching. I can now make a mithril grappling hook, I guess. Awesome, lovely. Can I even use that anywhere out here? Would I want to? Asking the real questions now. Alright, well, that was the rest of those. I now have 6,084 emerald bolts. I don't know what to do with. Still got another 7,866 to tip. Not too bad. But I got a fletching level out of it. Lovely. Didn't get really anything out of it. The mythical grappling bolt. Grappling hook? Grappling bolt. I don't... Anyway. That's going to be enough for me today. I've really got no logical place to end this episode. This grind is not giving me anything to work with here, so... that's going to be it for me. Stay tuned to the end to get a bit of an announcement to make, however. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely leave a comment. If you're looking for further interaction, please join the Discord or join the clan chat. Links to both will be in the description below. Now, I did say earlier I had a bit of an announcement to make, and it's nothing too terribly large, but this will probably be the last desert-only Ironman episode you see for a little while. Reason being, this grind is getting pretty egregious, and up until this point, I've only ever really recorded episodes in a very candid fashion. You never saw any kind of progress that wasn't recorded on camera. I was never playing the account without actively recording, so I was never doing anything like on the side, like AFKing stuff, or anything like that, like what you would see in other similar series, where a lot of progress is being made off camera, and the episode opens up with you being caught up on what's happened. I won't be able to keep doing that. Not with this current grind. God knows when I'm going to see a Spirit Impling again, let alone enough of them to roll anything aside from charms, let alone the rune or adamant bars or willow logs or anything else that I need. So it's gonna be a while, and if I'm gonna hit this grind in any reasonable fashion, I'm going to need to do it on the side when I, like during lulls at work, during my breaks, my lunches, any free time. I can just pluck away at gathering more of these emeralds, and more importantly, gathering more of these implings and hoping for the implings I need. So, it might be a while before you see another one of these episodes. I don't know when. And so, this episode, be it a short one or a long one, however it ends up by the time I'm done editing, is going to be a bit of a last of its kind for a little while in terms of this series. Is moving forward, not all the progress is going to be made on camera. I'll do my best to record every level as I get it and catch you up whenever I miss something. But I don't know when that next episode's going to happen. But that is enough from me and my rambling self. Thank you again so much for watching. I can't wait to see you all in the future. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.